him some shit.
I'm about to say this is the story I heard. I don't know what story actually happened. This is what Ian's told me. He said that Nick had came to him and said, "Hey man, I got this show that I'm trying to film. I don't have a budget, but if you let me use your club, and if it does get picked up, I got you. You know what I mean? I'll bring you on board, whatever the case may be."
Right.
Long story short, show got picked up and he never heard from Nick again.
That's Hollywood.
That's Hollywood. Thank you.
And that's what he's saying.
Thank you.
So how is he a weirdo?
Well, that's
he opened up his doors at the last minute.
But that's not
for
to me
them to shoot
what makes
the
him weird. I think him makes him weird. Not just that. He's a weird guy. Like he kind of treats comedians.
But you
like,
gotta understand too. That's Hollywood.
That's Hollywood.
That's Hollywood.
But,
no, bro.
Is this Hollywood? So Spank just said that he was at the EBT building. He called Nick. Nick said, "Come through."
That's Hollywood.
Nick gave him thousands of dollars. In my opinion, I think hold on, follow me.
Okay.
In my opinion, because Spank been around a long time, so he know the ins and outs. I was sitting there thinking, well, shit. If he gave you anything, you should be grateful. But instead, it seemed like you weren't grateful for that. Sound like you was, because you had said, "Well, I'm having a baby," but I was thinking, it's not Nick, baby, it's your baby.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
so he's not responsible for spanking baby.
He was there when I met the bitch, so it is his responsibility. It was a wild and out girl.
Shout out to Nick Cannon. It's not his responsibility. No, so he gave you something that was a blessing.
But let me say this.
You got to be grateful.
But Nick Cannon, now let me say this in Nick Cannon's defense. One time, I needed money so bad I was fucked up. I was really fucked up. I was about to move back to Detroit, and I asked Nick for some money, and he gave me about $7,000 out of his pocket.
Shit, bro.
Out of his pocket.
Dang.
This is a real dude.
But this is not the killer. The killer is I get in the car, drive off, and then I hear on the radio, "Happy birthday, Nick Cannon." So this nigga gave me like $8,000 on his birthday.
Yeah.
I had to go back to the studio. I was like, "Man, you sure you want to give me this? It's your birthday. Like, here, man, don't give it to me tomorrow, nigga. Today is your birthday."
Now, I don't think he was being ungrateful by saying.
But it sounded like, because Spank's exact words was, so Nick said, "Come out of office." I went by the office. He gave me a few thousand. I was like, "Nick, I'm having a baby, not a puppy." I was like, "Well, shit, he gave you."
Yeah, but see,
you gotta remember,
you're looking at it from right now, and that looks like, oh, that's dope to do.
Right.
But if you the dude and been working for him, and had you made the money you're supposed to be making, you wouldn't be in this situation.
Exactly.
You feel me?
So and let me give you an example to this from back when me and Shelly we first started season 1 to season 5. I'm gonna take myself out of this. Cat Williams was getting like $50,000 an episode. That's in the first season, second season, third season, fourth. So now I ain't gonna say what I was making, but let's just go with Cat. He was making that much money. So other motherfuckers was making money. So okay, I'll say this. At one time, I remember getting.
Come on, when y'all first started, bro.
Right. Yeah.
Cat was getting 50
out the gate. Out the gate, he was getting 50.
He was definitely making money because after the show, he would be going like this, and all the girls, he'd be like sticking it in their socks, taking all the money.
I remember Nick gave me this much money.
I remember everybody when everybody was getting like $1,200 or something like that.
Well, no.
I mean, if you're upcoming, that's dope.
What they get.
I would appreciate that now.
No, that's what they get now. When we first started, man, I remember
Nick hire me now. Go ahead.
I remember getting like
I'm grateful for Nick.
$34,000 checks for one episode. You know what I'm saying? So now think of it that way. We used to get 20. So me and him talk. We having $40,000 conversations.
Mm-hmm.
So now we having a $1,000 conversation.
Mm-hmm.
That don't even sound right. Like, wait a minute, nigga, what are you talking
because
about?
in production companies, which I talked about this some other times, their job is to pay you as least as they can.
Of course.
And if it's his production company, that's their job, is to not have to pay you SAG after none of that. If they got to pay you that, then we're going to pay you right where the shit started.
I'm trying to tell you.
And even if you started off at 50, now we're gonna bring and they pull you to the side. Hey, bro. So Nick, he took a cut.
Right.
Like I'll give you for instance, our second season of Beat Shazam. Now we after the first one, we got a nice little chip. The second one is like niggas pulled us to the side because now they want to cut some things back. So the big ass thing would come pulling out. That was $1 million every time that motherfucker pull out. Every time that shit, they had to pull it out, cost $1 million, cost a couple $100,000. So they're like, okay, we're gonna cut that. We ain't pulling that no more. We can make that an effect. Where else can we cut at? Hey, we cut the writers. We changed. Hey man, we know what y'all got last year.
Right. And then
do
the
that this year.
warm-ups. They cut the warm-ups.
Cut
remember,
that.
I remember this guy right here was the king of the warm-ups. If you still ain't the king of the warm-ups.
Louis
I
Dix.
did.
Louis Dix.
No,
got it
you
now.
can't
Did we
fuck
have
with
warm up on
Louis
Wall
No, I'm
Now?
talking about working
Yeah.
while it's doing it now
me. Can't
today.
fuck with you.
Wait, Spanky,
No,
did they
no,
have
it's-
warm up at Wall Now? Because he asked me, I didn't
They
remember.
did for a minute. I think Speedy was there for a second, and then they had what's my
When
other
y'all
man?
was in L.A. at that spot,
What's my other
Gower?
man name? What's my other man name?
no,
Damn, I hate that I can't say
Princess
his
O
name.
Club. That's when you guys did that. Remember that?
Rodney. What?
Oh, Bigham.
No,
Oh,
funny Rodney.
Rodney Perry.
Rodney Perry. God,
said
I'm sorry,
funny
Rodney
Rodney?
Perry. I love you. You know I love you. Rodney Perry was a warm up too. I remember Speedy and him. That's who I remember.
I did it when you guys were at the Princess O Club.
Yeah, that's what I was like first, second season.
Yeah,
yeah.
I did that
remember
one then because Alex called. Alex was doing it. I think Alex had something to do.
Okay, Alex. Okay, Speedy, Alex, Louis
Yeah.
Dix. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
Speedy, Alex, Louis Dix.
and then you go further. It's Donald or Don. Forgot his name.
oh, he used to make the sound.
Make the sound.
He put me. Oh, okay.
He was the king of the. He was king
the
warm
king.
up.
He was the king.
This nigga here had all. When I say king, because he had the white.
Oh, yeah.
Comedy sitcoms.
He did
But
everything.
so end of the day, I don't think he was not being grateful. But when you look back on it again, I shouldn't be in this predicament if y'all niggas was paying me right.
Exactly.
Again, black folks. Sometimes we don't take care of black folks.
And I'm gonna tell
like
you
we're
this.
supposed to.
But
whenever
MTV
you
is
in a-
cheap though too.
Very cheap, very cheap.
Shit.
But my whole thing was, I'm in this because let's just be real. If you know history of comedy, I did a show with 3 other people from Detroit called The Other Level.
Oh yeah.
I heard about y'all. Will Smith gave y'all a deal out here.
Yeah. See, we did Wildin' Out. That was Wildin' Out. That was
Yeah.
the show.
Yeah.
Nick Cannon, we all had a deal with Will Smith. He had and then he waited 4 years. Our deal went down. His deal went down, and he came back with Wildin' Out. The only thing I couldn't get mad about is that he came to me first and said, "Look, I'm doing your show over, but I'm putting you on it."
Mm.
Okay, just give me enough money so I can take care of the other 3 niggas because they're gonna kill me before
Yeah.
they let you do.
Because
this
Marcus
shit.
King was you guys' manager
Exactly.
at the time, and so we were on tour, and so we were doing. That's what Fox was doing stand up.
Who's the other 2 guys?
The other 3 guys was Howie Bell,
Shout
Joe
out to Howie.
Blunt, and Thomas Ward, and myself.
Shout
It
out
was
to
the
Howie.
other level.
And I know all of those guys.
Yeah,
And they only took you?
He took me because I was the
Only?
leader. I was the leader.
Shots fired.
No. I was
Right.
just saying he shouldn't have been.
too late.
Shouldn't have
All
been
right,
proper
all
to
right.
take all 4 of them.
Now listen,
Sometimes you
I
can't.
definitely agree with you
Sometimes you
because
can't.
he was putting in no disrespect to nobody. He was trying to put Alex in there. He was trying to put Daryl Heath, which I
Yeah.
love Daryl Heath.
Daryl Heath was
But-
fired in.
And
know what I'm
Howard is
saying?
my frat brother, so.
Yeah. So you know the science. So it's like they was trying to put all of these other people in it, but they never put the original other 3 in it. So I had to take care of these guys forever. So that's why seemed like I always had a chip on my shoulder. Why you so mad? You got a TV show? Because nigga, I gotta take care of 3 other grown ass niggas.
Or at least I have to at least talk to them and try to let them know, hey, it wasn't on me.
Because they looking at it like you doing
Yeah.
our show.
Nigga, they as staying in the house with me. I'm talking about badgering me like a fucked up baby mama. But I got 3 of them. Nigga, so you gonna let them do that? So you gonna let them do that too? So you gonna, God damn, nigga, I'm hungry. Nigga, I need some money.
Yeah.
God damn.
Because their whole act was wilding out.
The whole shit was
So
wild.
we would go on. We was on tour,
Well,
and
that
they were
should've-
our
That
opening
should
act.
have been y'all show then.
Listen, this might be one of the first times I ever said that
Yeah.
out loud.
Now that I think about it, because so me and Fox on tour, he says, "Oh, we're gonna take,
Yeah, that's
we
when he
gonna
was
take,
Willie
we gonna
Beeman.
take, yeah, we're gonna take them out on the road, Speed. So they're gonna come out, they'll bring
'Cause
you
y'all had
out,
the same manager as Jamie Foxx.
yeah,
of course.
exactly.
So,
all of us, yeah.
they came out, they did this whole elaborate with sketches and characters and the whole 9. Then I would go out, do 25, then bring Fox out after do intermission, then bring Fox out.
Yeah.
So we on the road doing that. That's
we
what we do.
killed that shit. I remember we was in Vegas. We killed that shit.
Yeah.
Remember that spot we was at where the stage was moving?
That's
And
Phoenix.
y'all was pretty much
Phoenix.
doing Wildin' Out.
Nigga,
There was 4 of us.
the same
doing
thing.
Wildin' Out.
I know all
And
of
we
them.
would rap at the end.
Yeah.
We would do.
They had a song. What was the song y'all did
Get
there?
the fuck on.
Get the fuck
Instead
on.
of float on, float on.
And then
We did
get
get the fuck on.
So everybody else came after these songs.
Exactly.
Pretty much Mark traded y'all.
I'm
'Cause
trying
y'all
to
was the
tell you.
original people who
And
rap
we got
over
no
songs.
we got no respect for that shit. We got no
First one
nothing
through
for
the
that shit.
first one through the gate get bit and doesn't get the credit.
And here's the
Never.
thing.
Never.
If I'm not mistaken, it was Monday night at the Improv.
At
I
the
used to
Improv.
host that.
Yes,
and
you
y'all
did.
came and you guys did that, and it was some white people in the audience, kind of like
You used to host in Monday
That was
Night
my shit.
Improv.
Oh yeah, hell
that was
yeah.
my shit.
When I
Was
first
Spike
moved-
doing it?
Well, yeah.
Spike was
No,
there.
he was
No,
there. He was
Spike
there.
wasn't
He was
there.
there. He was there. He was there.
Fox. That was okay. So King said, "Hey man, we gotta get a night." So he goes over to the Improv. He goes to all of them. Improv said, "Yeah, you can have Monday night." He gives us Monday night, so we have Monday night.
And that's
Sarah
what-
Rainmaker
Sarah Rain
was the
And that's when
person-
the Monday night even
CNA.
started.
That's
period.
when it started.
CNN, CNA,
CNA, CAA.
CNA.
So
I'm
she
learning,
said,
man.
"Okay, I'll run it." Okay, and then King said, "Well, okay." She said, "Well, was Fox gonna host?" He's like, "Nah, Fox not gonna host. Speedy will host the shit, and Fox will come through every once in a while." So Fox would come through,
Yeah.
do a set
Same
every
thing
once in a
he
while.
did at,
And
That's when
downtown.
we brought Nick Cannon there. Do you remember that? We brought Nick Cannon.
So
to
they
that
did
place.
that there. There's some white folks in the audience who came to see somebody else, and they happened to stick around, and they saw them. They called King them and said, "Hey, we normally don't take on 4 because there was no such thing. The
No.
close to 4 you might get is 2 guys who do stand up, who do it together,
Do it.
Right.
Yeah.
do a buddy thing.
Right.
No such thing as 4 guys, and they all 4 gonna get a deal. All 4 of them motherfuckers finna get a deal. So they get the deal. That's when King had just signed. Well,
Mike Epps.
not Mike Epps. Well, he signed him too, but he had signed my man from Atlanta.
Chris Tucker.
Zoo Man.
Man. He had signed
Miller.
Zoo.
Zoo Man Miller.
And Zoo had got the Budweiser commercial that blew up.
Right. Quick.
Nigga,
I'm talking about as soon as he got here.
he get the Budweiser commercial. He get a signing deal. He got about, I think it was like 100,000.
Shit.
And
Yeah.
he was supposed to be the next. And they had
supposed to
touted
be
him
the
as the
next
next
nigga.
Jamie Foxx.
They did tell
because
him
he could
that.
play the piano. So it was. So I would host every Monday. Every Monday I'm
And
hosting.
can I say
This shit's
something?
on fire.
I hope you say this. I gotta say this. I don't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're
The
supposed to.
motherfucker gave all that shit up to rap. Okay, that's
Who
all I
did
had to
that?
say that.
Zoo.
Zoo Man Miller. He went to rap. This nigga was on hosting TV shows.
Okay.
He was the man everywhere he
Charismatic.
went. He was new.
Yeah.
He was black. He was fresh. Nobody knew him,
Yeah.
but he was funny. He was delivering. He's hanging around Red Grant, me, Mike Epps.
He
He
came
was
out
before
here.
Mike Epps.
Yeah.
He was
killing
before
this
Mike
shit.
Epps.
Nigga, Zoo was killing.
And gave
that
it
shit.
all up for rapping.
What?
Now I'm not saying that's a bad decision. I'm just gonna say
No, that was a terrible decision.
I'm just gonna say I love Zoo Man. That's my
But-
man. So whatever
he's
you
still
decide to
funny
do, that's what
today.
you
He
do.
funny as fuck.
Hell yeah,
So,
he funny.
so
Hell
Monday
yeah.
nights was my night. That's when the shit
You
used to
started
go.
when
And
I
these
moved here in
dudes-
'96. You was the first guy.
And so when they came
96,
through
I
and
was
did the
in
shit,
middle
Fox
school.
said, "Hey, they gonna go on the road with us." I'm like, "Okay, let's do it." And niggas was killing. That whole get the fuck. I don't even know why
Now
y'all
what-
don't get back in the studio
Now
and
what's
redo
what's
that.
the what's the
That's-
Will?
I've been trying to.
What
get
a
him-
Will
get him to
Smith
do that.
thing come in at?
because Will was signing people,
Yeah,
and the first person he signed was Nick Cannon.
right.
So
And I
that's
taught
the first
Nick
person he signed was
Cannon
Nick
how
Cannon.
to do comedy. That's
Yeah.
how I got to Will Smith
and
through Nick because
And Will signed y'all.
right. But after he saw us, not just
Yeah.
on them, I'm gonna sign y'all too. But
Yeah.
he kind of
the
liked us
buzz
more
was
than
on them.
Yeah,
from doing the show that.
Yeah, man. If y'all don't pick off all 4 of y'all, I'm calling everybody out right now. My frat brother Howard, Spanky's in the studio. He's down.
let's do it.
look at
Anthony,
that,
Anthony and Joe Claire. If y'all folks,
Joe Claire,
Joe Blunt
Joe
I
Blunt.
mean, my bad, Joe Blunt.
and T Ward, Thomas
Joe
Ward.
Blunt, Thomas Ward, Spanky, Howard.
I had the funniest joke.
Y'all
Thomas
4
Ward.
need to get back together and get this thing back going, bro.
Well,
And you know what's crazy? They blame me. They say because I'm the most famous one.
you
out of
David
us.
Ruffin of the group.
Right, exactly.
So I need you to go get Otis and Eddie and Paul.
Ain't
and
nobody
put this
come
shit
see
back
Otis.
up.
I said that to Joe Blunt when I was in
and
Detroit.
you
last
wonder
year.
why they feel that way.
I haven't seen Joe since he left L.A. Me and Joe Blunt hung out all the time.
Hey, Joe Blunt is
funny as fuck.
I met
triple
Joe
the
Blunt.
funny.
He's
He's triple
good
the
people.
funny he was the
Oh, really?
last time you seen him. Joe Blunt is out of this fucking world right now.
Yeah,
He's
that-
like on some, I'm mad y'all niggas got deals and I ain't getting no deals.
Sound like
I'm
Joe
mad
Blunt.
at you niggas and I'm funny now. That nigga is hella funny. I'm not going to even lie. Joe
Y'all- I
Blunt, what
want to
up?
see y'all 4 back on stage together, bro.
So where is
Yeah, I would love that.
'Cause I saw y'all
where is
individual.
so Joe Blunt, Howie, and
T Ward.
T Ward? Where's T at?
T Ward is opening for Eddie Griffin now.
Good for him.
So that's a good gig. That's a good gig.
Now,
Which
his-
means he's still here. Howard Belt is here. Spank
Yeah.
is here.
Yeah.
Get Joe
but
ass
his
out
claim
here
to
and
fame,
get it going.
his Bill Cosby
Oh,
was
yeah.
probably the best Bill Cosby ever
The
to be
nigga
done.
looked it like him. Not only did he
I don't know if
sound
that's a
like
word. I don't know if looked it's a word, but we're gonna run with
no,
it.
but I
anyway.
mean, yeah, he kind of embodied it.
Yeah, when he did, he can't do Bill now because it'll go back. He did Bill. It was it was like, what's my man that does? It's one guy that really does Denzel well
Oh, the guy, Phil,
with the hat. That's all he got.
Dean Martin.
Is it Dean? Yeah, I think it is Dean because that's all he got.
Yeah,
If he do something else, niggas go back to
yeah, do Denzel again.
hit between them
Nah,
two.
I'm talking about does all of them, so we ain't talking about him.
You
No.
talking about the skinny, dark skin?
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, on
work-
Bad Boys Are Coming. He good at all of the
he's
impressions.
good.
Well,
He's good.
the nigga that does Denzel, most incredible Denzel I've ever seen, and teased Bill Cosby, hands down, dead on.
Oh,
and
man.
when he would do that character in the midst of them doing their thing, people would go, "Nigga, that's Bill."
That's Bill.
It's
And
Bill on
he
stage.
was working in Vegas as a Bill Cosby impersonator for 2 years. A lot of people don't know that.
Oh, I didn't know
T.
that.
Ward.
What?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Alright.
But
know
the
that.
funniest joke I have, or thing I have about Thomas Ward. So we all went up to Oakland to do a show. So it's me, Thomas, Shang,
Shout out to Shane. Oh, light skinned black nigga.
and Shang. You know, Shang know that shit. So he know that shit.
Yeah,
So that's what you always got to keep in the back of your mind. He know that shit. Like he know that shit.
What, karate shit?
Yeah, he know it like it's going to be second nature if somebody run up on him. He know it like that.
Okay.
So we ride in the car back, and Tim and Thomas Ward are going at each other. Motherfucker, you can't play ball, and Shane can't play ball. You picked Shane on your team because he was the only one left. It was between him and Shelly Rio. So
Well, you
picked him.
might pick him because he looked like Klay Thompson,
Yeah.
but he
I'm
can't play.
good.
He played like Larry Thompson.
Yes, he do.
So
Larry
who's
Johnson.
Larry Thompson? Yeah. It was, what it- so they arguing in the car. We on the highway coming back late night, and Shane got tired because Thomas Ward like, nigga, you can't play, nigga, your shit is weak. Shane on the freeway hits the brake. Well, how about I come back there and beat your ass? And everybody got silent, and Thomas Ward went, there you go with that shit. I said, no, nigga, you're not finna get away
Right.
with that.
No,
Because right at that moment, Thomas knew this nigga, he might, anybody's like, nigga, we can get out the car and do this. Then you got to go, he know that shit.
Yeah, you know that
So
shit.
that's an L.
You
So if
know
I
that
know
shit.
I'm going to take this L, no matter how good I think I can fight, I'm probably going to take an L. Nigga, there you go with that shit.
Right, there you go, nigga.
Yeah,
Quit all that showing off.
Stupid, nigga.
Hey, and
Quit showing off,
And
nigga.
2 points for Thomas, because ain't nobody trying to take that a known ass whooping.
No, sir.
In front of me, nigga. Don't take it in front of me.
No, sir.
But Thomas Ward, man, funny. All them dudes was funny. Every single nigga, Howie Bell, oh my God.
Howie Bell got hilariously funny
And he opened up
over
with
the
such an
years.
entertainer.
Yeah,
If you ever
yeah.
get a chance to see Howie Bell, nigga, it's
Have tears in your eyes.
comedy 101
And let me tell you something. Howie Bell was a regular nigga when I met him.
in
I
Detroit.
told him, look, you funny, bro. Keep writing. Just come with me. I took Howie Bell with me everywhere. I'm the reason why Howie Bell moved to L.A. I moved to L.A., then I went back to Detroit and then paid for his bus ticket and made him come to L.A. We both took the bus out here, me and Howie Bell. Because I made him come.
So you are the creator of a lot of niggas' careers.
Yeah.
Maybe you should have been on the show.
every time this nigga say something, Spanky is the creator.
I'm trying to tell you.
Before Tyrese wrote that song,
I was the
I
reason.
did a bit about it,
Now,
and
see-
he wrote the song about it,
Now listen.
and he wasn't even gonna be a single.
Now listen.
Stupid.
Donald.
But I heard the nigga on the bus
On the
first
Tyrese shit. Now,
and
let me
said,
tell
you
you
need
this.
to sing on the bus.
Now let me tell you this. On the Tyrese shit. When I said that about Tyrese,
Wow, I
being
didn't know we
fat-
were going to talk about that, but okay.
I'm sorry. He just said Tyrese.
Oh, he did.
I was talking
have
about the
to
song.
say-
though.
I emailed
I
him.
have to address this. So, when I said that on I had a podcast, Spanky Hayes Show. I said we was all telling Hollywood stories. Tiffany Haddish was there on my show. For some reason, if you look at that clip now, they have took her out of the shit. Like she wasn't even there. Okay, that's a blurter. But anyway, so I'm saying this in a joke form. Okay, yeah, you sucked the dick to get on whatever movie it was, whatever it is.
Jody.
Now, that was a year before they showed it. Him and the dude who played O-Dog, I can't think of the I love this guy too. What's his name? What's O-Dog's name? Lorenz Tate. I love Lorenz Tate. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to your brother too. He's dope. But look,
Whole fam.
his whole fam dope. So Lorenz Tate and Tyrese was beefing. Right, I was about to say Tupac. I swear to God. They was beefing. So both of their social media teams were looking for dirt to put under, to fuck him up. So they found that me saying about Tyrese, but what they didn't know that was like a year old. I had
so
said
that wasn't
that
nothing new. Yeah,
it wasn't new. So when everybody was called, Eminem called me on the phone and said, and that's my boy, but he don't call me like that. I'm like, man, what's up? He was like, man, you ain't see the takeout media takeout? I was like, no, what happened? I didn't even know what happened because I know I just didn't say this just now.
Right. So to
that's
you,
why I
you don't
didn't
even
know.
remember this
Right,
no
I
more.
didn't know what it was.
Right.
So I had to look at what it was. I said, oh, that's what they tripping about?
Like you was just bullshit.
I was like, oh, shit. So I looked at my wife and said, look, I don't know what this nigga Tyrese about to say because I don't know him. So
You was just bullshit.
yeah, I don't know what he about to say. Let's just watch it. And we watched it and we both looked at each other like, he ain't say shit. So we looked at it again just to make sure he didn't say shit. And I'm like, now I gotta attack this motherfucker. Well, people don't
Well,
know.
you didn't have to, but
I did.
Yeah.
But what happened was I was retired, Memphis Will. I had decided that comedy ain't for me no more. Being a star,
You're not lying. I met 3 girls that said the same thing.
Yeah.
That
So-
you
That
had
were
told.
comedians?
No, it was
Or-
just 3 girls that randomly that I was meeting
That
in
what?
the club.
randomly.
3 girls that I randomly met.
nigga said rambling.
Because no, Spank was. I used to tell them who my favorite people are, and they was saying, "Well, I know Spank, and he retired and stuff like that." So
Yeah,
he's not
because
lying.
Yeah, I heard about that shit.
Because I got listen, I'm not sucking no man's dick to do
Wow.
this shit.
Hell
I'm
no.
not doing it. I've already been to the top of the top. Me and Shelly was both there looking down at the world.
Right.
So we was, like I said earlier to you in the lobby, we was the only black people on TV
Well, Shelly
at the
grew
time.
home, so she could never look down.
Oh,
That's
stop
what
it.
it is. You're right.
Yeah, she could
Stupid.
never look
So
down.
I've
Most
already,
of her life was up.
I've already,
He's dumb.
Shut up, little girl, and look up.
right. I've already passed these thresholds already that I feel as a man and as a human that I don't want a nigga touching me on the shoulder when he talk to me.
Right.
I don't want a nigga stepping on my toes. You so close to me, you stepping on my gym shoes. The kind of nigga does this? Like I'm not into this homosexual part of this career that we chose.
Okay.
I'm not into it. I'm from Detroit. That mean I ain't have shit growing up. So like I said earlier, I'm getting $24,000 checks, $34,000 checks, $57,000
Y'all was
checks.
getting that much, Spank?
Hell, fuck yeah. So I'm rich.
Fuck me, I didn't know you was getting that.
I'm a rich nigga.
I'm rich.
Black people rich.
Black nigga.
Yeah, that's
rich.
what I'm saying.
He's
Nigga
rich.
rich.
Not rich, but
then
rich.
I went
Yeah,
back
by far
to
not
Detroit
rich.
and bought my mama a house and some, all kind of shit
And
she
that's
need
a
for the
blessing.
house.
Easy to do
My
in
nigga,
Detroit, but that
I'm-
was a blessing.
Thank you, but thank you. I'm like, nigga, I'm rich.
Nigga, that's hilarious.
Nigga just-
That was
Can't buy
hilarious.
That
shit.
nigga
That
brought your
is.
shit down to the
No,
common denominator.
Speedy.
No, that's easy to do. There.
Speedy, you
That's
did.
right
Yeah,
there.
that was the
That's
punchline.
real.
Like, that's easy
No,
to do,
but
but go ahead.
that's real though.
Right,
Shout out to Real.
In Detroit, that is a possibility to do that.
Yeah.
But even
I ain't
niggas
buy my
there,
mama house.
right? Even niggas there can't.
Because you
do
went
that.
on Wild 'N Out, nigga.
Look,
Right.
look, Detroit is
You
the
was a
motor
Jamie
capital
Foxx.
of the city. It's nigga. I know 100 niggas don't got a car, and that's Motor City.
Yeah.
That's where cars are made.
That's crazy as shit.
and niggas don't even have
Y'all
cars.
should get discounts in Detroit.
Thank you. That's what I'm trying to
Hold
tell
that right
you.
there. We got a phone call. Caller, what's your name and do you got a car?
No, and Spank, don't say shit else about don't you ain't gotta apologize for Tyrese. Fuck that nigga. Cause
Fuck
he a
that
bitch
nigga.
ass dude. He a bitch ass man anyway. What type of dude gonna get mad because he ain't the star of the show and he was never a star? So sit your. I don't like Tyrese. I really don't.
Nigga, did you
Listen.
just censor
Hold on,
yourself?
but Vernon,
He
what
did.
did what did
I
Tyrese do?
have to, cause see, I get real mad and then I get loud and then y'all be like, "Damn, calm down." Now I don't fuck with Tyrese for many different reasons. One reason is that if you're on a movie and it's another nigga that you got beef with on the movie, you keep that shit to yourself because
Exactly.
you don't want to fuck up your money, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now you come out and you talking all types of shit. Do you think these people gonna bring you back for another movie?
Nope.
No.
Never.
Hopefully they hire me or Spanky.
Exactly.
Hold on,
and they
hold on,
mad
wait a
at
minute.
me because
thought
I
that
called
was
Tyrese a gay.
I thought that was all plot though. He ain't had real beef with The Rock, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, that was real beef.
Listen,
Real
listen.
beef,
The Rock.
bro.
Can I say something to you, caller? The Rock sent me a DM, a video of him slapping Tyrese,
Oh, dang.
saying
And him and The
Spanky
Rock
Hayes
not
was
friends
right.
like that, but he hit him.
Yeah, he hit him.
No, I'm
See,
saying
first off,
Rock sent you that.
Yes, he did. And
First
I don't
off,
know The Rock
Tyrese-
like
You
that.
trying to?
No, I'm saying I know.
You trying to make sure shit go down, nigga?
No, I'm
Look
saying.
here, 2
First of all,
Chainz. I'm gonna talk to you
You know
about
he
the
likes
show's
to
over.
research.
No, what I'm
First
saying
off,
is,
he's
what
not
I'm
on
saying
social
is,
media.
listen, caller. What I'm trying to say is, so everybody can be clear about this. When I had the beef with Tyrese, The Rock, I guess, got caught wind of it because it was the biggest shit on the internet. He slapped Tyrese and sent me the video and was like, "This is for Spanky." So I don't know him, but he must have had some kind of beef with Tyrese already.
because he wanted you to
Him
use
and
it.
Tyrese
Right.
got into it for the simple fact is that Rock is an alpha male. And so is Vin
You sound like you got a
So
crush
them
on
two
him.
got into it.
No, he doesn't.
He is
What
not
did you
Omega.
said-
He's an
Don't worry about it,
alpha.
Vern.
He said, "You said the word. I have never used the word alpha male on no man."
And
in
I'm
my
a dog.
life.
Listen, I have dog litters, and I still don't like to say
I
that's the
never
alpha
used the
male.
word
my
alpha
God.
You
male.
know what? Let me
Makes sense.
finish.
Sound like
Vern, you the homie Vern. 'Cause
Crush
you,
shoulder.
Vern, you going on the boat cruise with us, so when you see
Verb, you ready to
Would-
say, and Rock horoscope is Virgo.
No, what I'm saying is that like you guys, you hold yourselves to a different. Just listen. I know this gonna sound. Just listen.
it's gonna sound like you got your nails done.
Anyway, they hold themselves to a different standard. They don't let people, talk shit. And Rock is quick to get angry anyway.
Right.
Because he
So-
alpha male.
And yeah, because
With
what
a
you have
capital
on social media, you're not gonna make me gay. Like I said, this is the truth.
I would
This is
never. I
Shut the
would
hell up.
never try to make you gay.
Girl, just keep talking.
If you want to paint your toenails, you paint them, nigga.
I don't
Vern,
paint anything.
long as you do it on that cruise.
Oh, that's a big old Q dog.
Let me
No, that's
let me
alpha, bro. We
finish, let me
kids.
finish.
I'm gonna buy you a shirt of Will Smith's son on the front.
You want to
Ain't
paint
what the
your
nigga say, ski
Vern? If you want to paint your nails at 4 years old, do that, man. Fuck that.
Tyrese got on social media and got talking shit about The Rock.
Oh, you
So
talking
The
about
Rock
Tyrese,
said, "Look,
man.
nigga, if you got some beef, come to me."
Mm.
And Tyrese talking about he don't want none of this. He don't want none of
Alpha
that.
male.
So obviously,
He drive an alpha male. What is it?
the
name of
that
that
when
car?
he slapped him, he wasn't slapping him just for you. He was slapping him for himself too.
No doubt about it. Yeah, because
All right,
he
thank
doesn't
you,
know
Vern.
me. He doesn't know me at all. I think he just wanted to share that with me because he knew I was.
And you still
going
got
through
it?
too. Yeah. No, I don't.
What
I don't
the
still
fuck?
Have it. I don't still have it.
Why would I
See-
believe
see,
you then?
Because listen,
I'm like,
Yeah, 'cause
I'm
here's
like
the
Will
thing.
now.
Never
listen.
had.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. No, I'm being dead ass serious. Here's
Fuck
the thing.
that. Be
I had retired. Listen to me.
These stories
I had
made
retired.
up.
No, these ain't
They're
all
not
made
made
up.
up.
I'm the realest
Fuck.
nigga ever.
Thank you, good people.
Listen,
Realest nigga.
listen.
Oh, where my camera at?
I did not want to come back. Like I said, I retired. I didn't want to come back on negative. That's why I decided not to fuck with none of the videos. I had like 8 videos that I shot on my own. I only let out 1 because I didn't want my career to be me against Tyrese.
Let me
Like,
ask you
get the
this:
fuck out
when
of
you
here.
said I'm done with comedy,
Right.
so you just stopped going to comedy clubs,
I stopped taking bookings.
and what were you doing?
I was just being normal.
At the
just,
house.
Just getting my
Get up,
checks
go.
and go to the movies, go bowling.
That was it.
Had a couple babies. I did all the normal shit that I was jealous that my friend like we all got normal friends that have regular 9-to-5
Just
jobs
regular
who
9 to
would
5.
love they would change their life to have your life.
Yeah, not
Even though
knowing.
you don't have shit, they
Yeah.
would still want your life.
Yeah.
I went to that. I went to
They don't know
How-
what
how
will
would
change
people-
lives with their ass.
Exactly. So I went to what do my friends see in me that they don't have? So I want to do what they would do. Like I want a house that I could just build up from scratch and just do a whole bunch of normal
How
shit
long was
that comedians can't do.
How long was that?
That was about 6 years, 5 years.
So when did you get the itch? Like, might want to go back, or was somebody
You
made a
can't
call
go back.
to
Well,
you?
if God called you to do something, I don't
Yeah.
care how much you
You
try
know-
not to do it. You have to do it.
I swear to God, man. I stayed in Detroit last year because my mother was sick, so I had to stay home, and I'd start going to church with her. And I swear the preacher told me some shit. I thought he was like a pimp nigga, but he said, I could see something wrong with you, but I want to say this to you: it's in you, it's not on you. and I thought about what he said. And what he was saying was, comedy in me. It ain't like on me. It ain't like some shit I could just change my shirt and not be a comedian no more. Like, nigga, no matter what you trying to do, nigga, they see Spanky Hayes. That's you, Spanky Hayes.
Yeah.
Right.
So what you trying to work at Pizza Hut for, nigga? You Spanky Hayes. So I never tried to get a job or nothing. I'm just trying to say.
So,
like,
so you went, picked the kids up, got in line to go pick them up.
I'm doing normal shit. And
PTA meeting, you there.
Everywhere I
Carlos is there.
go, they like, nigga, ain't you Spanky Hayes? I'm like, I used to be.
I'm Carlos.
They're like, no, nigga, you're Spanky Hayes.
Right. I mean, you was on Wild and Out Spanky at its peak, meaning it's even bigger and better now as far as it's a bigger platform.
Yes, it is.
But
yes,
when
it
you
is.
started, man, the whole world was watching y'all. Y'all was like Star Search. You know what I mean?
And it's crazy, and it's a big responsibility.
I'll go around and say, because you did the same thing with modeling.
Right.
Like you took that, how long was your time off?
Shit. It's been more like 6-7 years.
About that long.
But I'll tell you this, Spanky. So a lot of us are still friends, the Wild and Out girls, and so the Instagram pages
I
that
can hear
are
you.
doing the Wild and Out Instagram, they still tag us and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, you guys should do like a reunion."
Right.
Absolutely.
So I'm like,
Well,
we
Nick-
need to reach out to Nick and do
Yeah,
that
Nick
shit.
always say that, but like this season right here that they about to shoot a season, they wanted me to do like 4 of the episodes, and I was like, man, fuck y'all. Like I'm not doing that shit.
Right.
Only way I could do Wild and Out again, Nick or whoever listening nows, whoever the fuck listening, then y'all got to pay me like y'all used to pay me. If y'all can't pay me like y'all used to pay me, fuck y'all.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch the sink drown with me not
Hold
on it.
But let me ask you this though, Spanky. If you retired,
Right.
right, and now you're coming back.
Okay.
Some people retire when they come back just for a split second. They have to maybe take a lower pay cut.
No, I get
You
that.
know what I
Shouldn't have
mean?
I get that.
So-
But that's if you thirsty.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's my thing though. I think this is my personal opinion.
Okay.
I think if Nick Cannon and the Wild and Out people call you, I think you going back, looking at the bigger picture.
Okay.
They may not pay you what you desire or what they used to pay you, but your appearance alone, you're gonna be getting booked everywhere again, and
Okay.
that's where your money can come in from.
I like that idea, but I want to give you this too, because social media is ran by everything. So
Right.
think about how many of the little niggas that they was getting a pamper change looking at me on TV, that now they get a chance to say, nigga, I did what you do. Nigga, you did the same thing since I known you. Nigga, you ain't never, this is the only thing you can ever do.
But
That stops your money. To
it-
me,
no. That's a little bit of pride, a little bit of ego. Let me hold on.
I mean,
let me,
I got
let me
a lot
explain
of
my-
both of them.
Yeah,
I
that's
got a
what
lot
I'm
of
saying.
both of them.
Yeah,
Spanky
and-
Hayes.
Yeah, that's
I
what
got
I'm
a lot
saying.
of
You ain't
both
talking to Carlos.
Yeah, right. And pride and ego pride and ego can block a man's path. You know what I mean?
I mean,
so here's
but
what
there's
I'm saying.
a difference between pride and
I'm
ego, because
hearing
I
you.
get what Spanky's saying, because when
I do
homegirl,
too.
the homegirl was here, I forget what her name was, when she's let her friend did a video for like $100. I said, what? I said, I never did a video less than $1,500, $2,000. Like, so if they
Period.
call
Yeah.
me back right now to do a video and said, oh, I'll give you $300, I'm not doing that shit.
No, but I'm with you on that. But
Because
what
at some point, you have to have a standard. Now,
Right.
it may cost you to have that standard.
It
Right.
definitely costs.
In some people's eyes, like what you're saying is valid. No one's saying what you're saying is
I
not
never
valid.
stopped you. That's
Yeah.
why I never
Right,
stopped you.
right,
But if he feel like, no, man, I'm started this. I'm the dude. So why would I come back in
Right.
on the low ball? I could just stand here and go, I didn't want to do that, because if I lower myself on that, what else I'm gonna lower myself
Okay,
on?
what-
Or let me say this, and let me just say this one small point.
Shout out
This
Nick
just like shout out to Nick Cannon. I love you. I ain't trying to dog you. or
Nick
nothing.
Cannon, I want to be
But-
on Wild and Out. Go
But
ahead.
this just like this. He
They're
put
having
me.
auditions.
He put me in a Ralph Tresvant position. So I'm the leader of a group. That's the
Right.
big multi-million-dollar group that's selling. So now I quit the group and quit, and now
Ralph
they
didn't
want me
quit.
to come back.
Ralph didn't quit.
I understand, but okay, so they broke up.
Right.
So that's just like asking Ralph to come back right now in New Edition tour to say, but you're not gonna lead the songs. We're gonna let Johnny sing your parts.
I'm good.
I'm with you on that.
I'm good.
I'm good.
No. I 100% see what you're saying.
We got a phone call. We'd love for you to get your point out.
Please don't leave. Don't lose that.
Right.
Caller, what's
I
your
wanna hear
name
what you
and
gotta say.
why you interrupting Memphis Will?
Hey.
McVeigh, what it do, brother?
H-Town, baby. Let me say this before you say that. The Rockets ain't going to be shit this year. I want you to know that. Y'all got too much talent on one team, and y'all going to self-destruct, or they going to start tongue-kissing.
And with that in
and
mind,
I'm done.
go ahead on,
I concern
McVay.
myself with those types of things, man. I have a family and everything. That ain't in my wheelhouse. But respect to you, team.
Thank you.
Hey, I hate to admit this, but I'm not familiar with Spanky Hayes, and that's no disrespect.
That's okay.
I hear the conversation dealing with Wildin' Out. I was never a fan of Wildin' Out, so I'll go back and do some research on that. But I wanted to call in because I'm listening to Memphis Will, and brother, I don't know how long you've been in L.A., and I know you from the South. Man, keep that perspective that you have, because many opportunities come that's not attached to a check.
Mm-hmm.
And what
All
you're
right.
saying is 100. I understand what Speed's saying about a standard, but in the internet age, you're searching for opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Just like with the 85 South Boys, they started with Wildin' Out, and they created something from that.
Yeah, they all
So-
came out of my nuts though, so that's why I don't respect that.
Hey, no disrespect to that. I mean, you seem like a person that is really big on credit and things of that nature. That's your own thing. I'm not judging that. I'm just saying to Memphis Will, hey, man, keep the perspective that you have.
Thank you, brother.
Build what it is you have and keep grinding. Because sitting back, complaining, begging, and bickering about what didn't happen
Right.
ain't going to get you nowhere. It's 2019. The internet exists. Get your fan base, just like what Speedy do with us. Create your following and build from that. It's time I fall.
So you basically saying fuck Spanky Hayes. And what
Pretty
he
much.
think?
McVay,
I don't,
That's not what
a
he's
black
saying.
man.
He
That's
said
a black man.
he
I
He would
don't-
never
I don't even move in that
Yeah,
direction.
right,
Oh, no,
right.
You've
I'm
actually
I'm
right.
playing,
You're
I'm
actually
playing,
right.
I'm playing.
McVay, we
You
doing
got
this.
a good point. You
We
got a
doing
good
this
point.
comedy cruise. You gonna come hang out with us? Maybe think about it.
Hey, man, you know I watch the show for entertainment, man. I'm too old for new friends. So
Oh wow.
Hey.
I'm gonna have to
is
remember that.
hilarious.
I'll put that on
Hey,
T-shirt.
You know what?
Too old
That-
for new friends.
And that's what I was trying to say the whole time.
Thank you,
What
brother.
just
Thank you,
said.
McVay.
I'm too old for
Too
new
old for
friends.
new friends.
Yeah, but people are gonna pay you what you'll take. So if you'll take
Yeah.
$300 and this person will take
I'm with you.
1,000, of
I'm-
course they're gonna hire.
But see, going back to the point I was trying to make, I'm with
What
you.
point?
I 100% understand what y'all saying. It's just like if the comedy union paid me $300 every Friday night, then all of a sudden he want to give me $50. I'm like, wait a minute, bro, you've been paying me $300.
Right.
So I understand what you're saying, but we have to go soul searching. We have to look at the bigger picture because it's a bigger picture than that. And in between that small jam, it's ego and pride, and ego and pride can block your journey. I give you an example. That young man just called in. He just said he never heard of you. You understand what I'm saying? Hold on.
How
so,
about that?
So I want to put that on the table, right?
Right.
It's millions of other people just like that. Never
Yeah.
heard of you. Don't even know.
They
you
might
are-
know my face, but they don't know
follow
my
me
name.
though. They don't know you one of the original cast members of Wild 'N Out unless they are me. Grew up watching you.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Let's go a step further. I am the original. I am the originator of Wild 'N Out.
Right. You the God.
Period.
You the God of it.
Yeah,
Right. And Nick Cannon is the Jesus. He came along and took the God
did.
idea.
he did.
And then he turned it into a God creation.
Yes, he did.
So what all that is to the people,
Yeah.
to you that's valuable, to you that's important.
Right.
But that's ego and pride. And
It
here's
could
what
be.
I don't think it's ego and pride.
You got
It's
to
not
follow.
ego and
Just
pride.
just follow me. It can be a
I don't
little
like
bit.
following dudes.
It could be a little bit of that. What I'm saying is, I feel is if Spanky Hayes return to Wild 'N Out, right? Let's not think about the 85 South, the Carlos Millers, the Young DC Fly, the Chico Bean, who came from your nutsack, as you stated. You
Yeah,
see what I'm saying?
and they will
But-
say that too.
Right. But so ain't nobody knocking that. What I'm saying is, with your return to Wild 'N Out, it will help you more than it hurt you, despite what Nick Cannon production team is paying you.
I understand
It
that.
will
But
help
let
you,
me tell you
more
this though.
than it hurt you.
Now, if I go ahead and do my own production, shoot my own films, to put my own put myself in the Jesus category position like Nick Cannon did, then fuck Wild 'N Out.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
guess what? If you did Wild 'N Out, right?
Yeah.
Just like at the time you did it, y'all didn't really break off and make it a big thing. Like 85 South broke off from Wild 'N Out,
Right.
and they're filling up theaters and arenas
Right,
to
but-
this day.
but let me
which
tell
you and them four boys, Thomas and Howard and Joe, with the fame you gained with Wild 'N Out, you could have took them three and y'all start doing y'all own thing just like 85 South did.
But they was doing their own thing.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is now,
Yeah,
with-
now.
this the part I don't think you see. with your return on Wild 'N Out, it will become the biggest thing ever. Here's
Okay.
why, for your career now.
Okay.
Here's why. You got us, your old fans who already know who you are,
Right.
even just by looking at your face and knowing your name. Then you got
Well, you
that
know his real
new
name.
generation of millions of people who are watching Wild 'N Out
I
that
love
don't
it.
know you, that
Listen.
you're going to gain them as fans.
I love that.
And then the history and the truth will come out with your return, because it's going to come out that Spanky Hayes and Howard Bell and Joe and Spanky Hayes, Howard Bell,
Thomas
Joe,
Ward.
and Thomas Ward.
Yeah.
Those are the 4 originators of Wild 'N Out that Nick Cannon even did Wild 'N Out in the first place.
I get it,
And
but let
then
me say
y'all will
something.
be able to do theaters and
All
arenas.
right, before you say
and
it,
y'all can eat.
Before you say it, hold it. We got a phone call. Caller, what's your name and why are you interrupting Carlos?
Hey, this is Nakia from the Bay.
Hey,
Sounds
Nikia,
like you got a
baby.
big booty. I'm gonna just keep it real.
Joe stinking
No,
ass.
I don't have a big booty. I got big titties. Anyway,
Okay,
Same
well,
thing.
damn.
Same thing.
I like
Same
titties
thing.
too.
Same
There's
thing.
2 of those.
That's hilarious.
Same thing.
Anyway, so I'm actually calling and just wanted to give Spank some information or some advice from love from me.
Go ahead, baby.
I can
I'm getting
I
advice
feel-
now.
Yeah?
Okay. I
Hell
love
yeah,
it.
nigga.
I love it.
I feel
Whoa, shit, she
the
went-
hurt. I feel the hurt in your heart right now. And
Okay.
all I want to say is, nigga, you take that experience that you had and you build on it and you just make yourself better.
That's it.
Yeah?
I
That's
love
all
it.
you need to do.
Nakia, are you going on the cruise with us?
Yes. And I got a question for you, Speedy.
Go right ahead,
When's the
baby.
last time your ass was on a cruise?
About 4 years ago, we went from Miami with my boy Oris. With your boy Oris. We did.
Okay,
That
so
was the
you
last one.
know
Oris,
that
damn,
they
I
have
ain't heard
Wi-Fi
Oris in a
passes now,
minute.
right?
They have what?
Wi-Fi passes now.
Oh,
So
we're
you're not completely disconnected.
yeah, but I like the fact that you should not use your phone. That it's a vacation. It's a real vacation, y'all.
Right.
Put your phones.
Oh
up.
no, I
Put your phone
understand
on.
that.
Yeah.
I love cruising. I've been on like 4 or 5 cruises.
So?
All of them have been 7 to 8 days, and I call it my drunk because I don't have to worry about nothing
There
but
you
getting
go.
to my damn room
So, yeah.
and going to sleep.
Yeah, that's so. Last time I was on the cruise, they didn't have that.
Ew. Okay.
I don't like that tone.
She said,
You're so
"Ew."
stupid.
Why you throw me under the bus like
and
that?
thank you,
Nicer.
thank you for that advice too, and I'm gonna take that too. And Memphis Will, you know I love you already. Before today,
Impossible.
I love you to death. And,
Thank you, baby
and
girl.
I respect where you're going
You're
with that
welcome.
too.
Right, because
Right.
I'm just trying to look at the bigger picture, Spanky, because I know with your return, for the people who grew up watching you that don't watch Wild 'N Out no more, gonna
Right.
tune in.
Right.
The ratings gonna go up.
Can I say
And
this?
sometimes
Oh, yeah,
you
that's
got
right.
to
He had
show
a
you
point.
in.
Go ahead.
Sometimes you got to show when you're in demand and the ratings went up.
Right.
Damn, we brought Spanky back and the ratings shot up.
They don't
we
give a fuck
have
about
to pay him
Exactly.
more
That-
money.
that ain't how
So
it
and
works.
I'm gonna give you
Wish
an
it how it
example
works,
with that. They
White
did-
folk that work like that.
They did a Wild 'N Out tour last year, year before last and last year. I was just happened to be somewhere. I can't remember where the first one was. I just happened to be there and just walked on stage, and I got like the biggest applause out of everybody. So Nick was like, "Well, look, I'm gonna just put you on the tour with us." I'm like, "Okay." Well, that was cool. It worked out because I ended up headlining the tour on the comedy side. They added comics. We got like
I saw him at the Staples Center.
yeah. So that's the
And
only
had
show they
you
didn't
came-
let me do. That's the only show they didn't let me do.
I was at the Staples Center.
That's some crazy ass
Had
shit.
you walked out at that Staples Center,
Yeah.
people would have lost it.
That's what I'm trying. Okay,
You
so
know what I
let
mean?
me give you another example. This is where it kind of went south for me. Okay, so when we moved to LA, we was in LA. We took a 4-year hiatus, then we moved to New York, MTV 2.
Yeah.
And the New York report, whatever it was, it said 6 reasons to watch Wild 'N Out. 1, we changed locations. 2, New York, whatever it was. 3, some sort of da-da-da-da. 4, Spanky Hayes.
Right, but don't buy into
No,
that.
listen. You gotta let me land. You gotta let me finish.
Yeah. He's flying.
I was the only person they named out of all the reasons to watch, and it said Spanky Hayes will exactly what you said. Spanky Hayes will bring the old crowd into the new crowd and make it relevant, make the old people want to watch it, the new people. Blah, 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 blah. When they saw that, and it was MTV, it was new studio, new producers, new everything, the whole cast. If you was there, Shelly, you remember, we had to teach them how to film Wild 'N Out. They had no idea. So they basically just gave the job to some random niggas and said, y'all shoot it. And had us direct them. So these are 3 different jobs. Now I'm a director, I'm a writer, I'm a teacher, and Chico Bean, Carlos, and I forgot the other dude name.
Young DC Fly.
I had not Young DC Fly, but it was another guy. I had to Emmanuel Stewart, Lewis, whatever his name is. I had to coach these niggas. So now we coaching, we producing, we showing the directors, we showing. Dude, that's too many jobs, man. That's too many jobs. And they cut it. They didn't cut half. This is when the $1,000 episode started. So now you taking me from 47,000 to 1,000, and you giving me more jobs. Now I got to teach you. I don't have no problem. We all working. We all want this shit to work. So somebody got to do it.
Good.
So I got to teach you. I got to teach her. I got to teach him, and I got to save something for me.
I mean, 40,000 going down to 1,000. That's beyond drastic.
Come on, man.
That's drastic.
That's all I'm saying.
That's drastic.
That
I
gotta,
did not know
that
y'all
gotta
was getting
take
that much goddamn money.
Not everybody.
But
not
even
everybody.
before, but even regardless of who Spanky is or what he was making before, it doesn't matter, because if you have a standard of, hey, I'm going to get paid this, even if you're nobody, if you're just new starting the business, like, you can't lowball yourself.
No, I'm with the standard, but sometimes, like Bernard Mac said on Oprah Winfrey Show, if you think about the money. If you don't think about the money, you focus on the craft, the money will come. I just know. I just know with the return. I just know with the return of Spanky, it will help him more than it hurt him.
I'm gonna run this past you. I'm gonna do it this way.
Somebody will pay Spanky what he's worth.
I'm gonna do it this way. So
Yeah,
I remember this comic's name in New York, or he was DC, from DC. So he had a room. At the time, I had never been to DC. He calls me up. He go, yo, Speed, I want to bring you down. Know you ain't been here. I said, cool. What y'all paying? He said, we paying. I said, yeah. I said, what y'all paying? He said, we paying 150. I said, 150 to go all the way to DC? I said, I can't do that.
Right.
And he was like, what do you mean you can't do that? It's money. I'm paying for your airfare. I said, I can't do that. I've never been to that town. Right. And on top of that, that's not even my homie hookup rate. If I knew you, you couldn't call me to fly out of town for 150. Right. Now, I could have took your advice and went, well, I've never been there. They haven't had a chance to see me. They'll see me. I can come back and get the money I want. But for someone who knows me, and I can't remember the comic's name, he knew me. Like, we boys. And for you to hit me with that price lets me know you didn't care about who I was. You should have came at me correct. Said, no, that's Speed. That's Memphis Will. Hey, Memphis, I'm doing a show over here in Tokyo. We're gonna fly you out, put you up the whole 9, and we got per diem. That's $75. You coming to do that show? Are you coming to do that show?
No, not at all.
And
not
you
at all.
and you would be mad at me for even. And then the brother on top of that went, well, what's the problem, nigga? You at home? I said, that's not my going rate, and I've never been to that town. My man that used to have, that was on Magnum PI, the black dude.
Yeah,
he had Hawaii locked down. He was flying comedian. He came to the Comedy Act. He scouted all the comics, got with Michael Williams, said, hey, I want to fly comedians out. They're going to come do Hawaii. They ain't never been there.
I did that.
And he was paying per diem. Now, he might have paid you more, but he was paying per diem, which was $75 a day. And that was for the day that you was doing your stand-up. You had to be there for 3 days because he fly you up the day before, do the show, you stay one more day, then you go home. And I was like, I'm not doing that show for no Sunday. And he, whatever, I forgot his name is, well, what do you mean you're not going to do it? You ain't been to Hawaii. Nobody's booked you there, so why not just go do this for me? I'm a black man, whatever. I said, but that's you lowballing the price.
Why he putting thousands in his pocket?
For all
exactly.
I knew. But at the end of the day, it's a standard. And that I didn't get to Hawaii. I went there on my own and had my own night there.
That's
I booked my own shit.
Me and you.
Yeah, when I took you there.
Okay.
But I refused to do that show for the $75 just because he was a black man, or because I hadn't been there, or because, hey, this could be a learning curve, or this could be something you could build your brand on. No, I'm not going to build it on no $75.
No,
it's not going to happen.
I agree with you on that. I mean, you think the same in that, but this is a whole different
Even
situation.
on television. Would you go and be on Wild 'N Out if they were going to give you $1,000?
Absolutely.
But no
up
disrespect
and
to
coming
you,
now.
right? No disrespect to you, because I love your craft, but that's because you haven't had the TV credits that I know you will get.
Right.
So at this point right now, you would do it.
Yeah.
But now put yourself in, you and did 3 movies and you and did 7 seasons of something, then you wouldn't do that.
And then
because
they come
that
to
would
you
be beneath you.
yeah.
But believe me, I understand what you're saying.
Even though the optics is, when people watching, they don't know how much you made. Only you and the person you did the deal with knows how
Right.
much you made.
Right.
But at the end of the day, those people share that information. So when the next guy called you, so you was on so and so, yeah, man, so we got the $1,000 for you again.
Yeah, and you'd be like, what you mean? I charged $3,500. No, you just did a show
Yeah.
for Speedy.
No, I
For
understand.
$1,000.
I understand the methods to all of that. Like,
Yeah.
certain people.
You
I
understand
do
the
shows-
Memphis of all that.
No, some people I do. Some people like. I was doing these shows, doing house shows and all this stuff for
I've been there.
$150.
I've been
Yeah.
there.
Then
We
when
all
I,
have.
when I switched my price to $500, I lost a few people, but then now when it picked up.
Come
But
on.
I had to go through
Come
the valley
on.
of it
Come
first.
on. Come
and now
on.
I go up to 1,000 to where I don't care what house show is. I'm gonna bring 2-3 more comedians with me, but you're gonna pay me 1,000.
Yeah.
I went through the journey with that and not
Yeah.
getting no money. And them little dollars, trust me, they was hurting me because I
It
needed
was
that
hurt.
little penny.
Yeah.
They hurt.
But you
But
stood there.
Now, so I'm with you on all that, but
Yeah.
I'm just looking at Spanky's situation and where he's at in his career, and then I'm thinking about wilding out. Should he be getting the money that he was already getting? I agree, yes. But if he not, I'm just saying, looking at the bigger picture of things, this will help him.
Call in and
more,
let us know what you
more
think.
than it hurt
Right,
him.
but now,
So, can I say this?
but now if they weren't making as much money and they had to pay him less, that's understandable. But I'm like,
Right.
if you're making the same money or more,
They
hell
always
yeah,
are.
They're
you should pay
making
him what
more
he was-
money now
Right.
because they only pay people $1,000.
Yeah.
So they
Right.
have
Somebody
a
getting
salary
that money.
cap.
Right.
There's a salary cap somewhere.
Yeah.
No, but let me say this. I'm not saying that I only want to work for that amount of money. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying me going
You
back
could do
to
better.
Wildin' Out, I never seen nobody blow up twice off the same thing. I could be wrong. We could definitely talk about that and some shit will come out. But I can't automatically right away think of a person that blew up off the same thing twice. So that's why I say Wildin' Out is like college to me. Like I did it. I did my college. I should be
Do
a
you go
doctor.
back?
I'm not a doctor, so maybe if I was to go back, I would go back to be a doctor.
Right.
But other than that, I don't think
It's harder right now, and the platform is bigger. So it's easy to go back to, like I played football for the University of Memphis.
Impossible.
We had 100 people in the stands.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But now we're a winning team, and there's 60,000 people in the stand. I'm
Yeah.
like, wow.
I get it.
Same people, my own family members, I see posting pictures with Memphis State gear on, and at the game, I was like, I played 4 years. You didn't come to one damn
You
game.
ain't come to one motherfucking
Well,
game.
You know what I mean? But now
You
they
not
now
been the
they
nigga holding
University
the
of
ball.
Memphis fans.
No, I get it.
kick
You know what I mean?
I get it.
So
I get it.
So we gonna figure. So I want the fans to call in or either get in the chat room. What you think? We're gonna leave Carlos's future in your hands.
Yeah.
Should
You
he
let me
do
know. Let me know. I'll do it.
Wildin' Out, or should he stand for who he is?
But here's the thing: the fans don't understand the pay scale in the industry. Like,
Well, let's
they
just say
think
they
like,
do. We gonna-
$300, $500 is great, but it's not in the grand scheme of things
Yeah.
if you know how much money is really coming.
And
in.
again,
Thank
I
you.
did stand up for Tyler Perry in the sense of he found the glitch in the system, which was there were a lot of talented black actors at home that weren't working because they had a certain quote. And he said, I ain't paying you $20,000, but I'll give you $7,000. And at the end of the day, $7,000 a week, a whole lot of money. It ain't $20,000,
No.
but it is
But on
$7,000.
a consistent level, that's beautiful.
That's sexy.
Yeah.
Because the average person
28,000
wish
a
they could make, like you said, the average
I
person
take
wish.
1,000 a week,
Yeah.
make 4,000.
See, there you go right there. We got a phone
Understand what
call.
I'm saying?
Caller, what's your name and what should Carlos do? Caller, go ahead.
That's what I should do.
Phone call. Caller. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, welcome to the show.
Baby mama, get off the phone. I know
Silence.
it's your ass.
And silence fell over the land.
Right. Don't you hate when your girl call you and then she don't say nothing? She listening
Because she's trying to find out
Really?
who's
yeah,
in.
she's
they're
trying to hear the other
who's in the
voices in
room.
the background.
Yeah.
I've
Oh,
never done that.
God, I
Please,
hate that.
Stop, Shelly. Women do that. They go, what are you doing?
I haven't done that.
Why is it so quiet? I never forget, nigga. One time I was trying to be slick, and I'm in the hotel room, and Little Peace had something. I ran out in the hallway, and the motherfucking elevator opened. Bing! She said, where are you? I went, shit. Why you ain't in your room?
You're stupid.
I went out to get some ice. It's hot. That motherfucking elevator went, bing. I said, shit.
Now, if you butt dial me, I'm gonna listen and be like, all right, what's going on?
Yeah, that's why
That's it.
I used to only have a flip phone because flip phone.
I just got a flip phone.
A
I swear to
flip?
God,
Really?
I just got a
Flip
flip
phone.
phone.
They still sell them?
It was the
Yeah,
greatest
at
shit.
Walmart, at
Oh,
Walmart.
yeah, and what old people have them?
You said old people?
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you're over
they don't
70.
smell
And you know
They
what?
don't switch up.
And they cannot track any of that shit.
Oh, wow.
It goes back to the basics
You
of
get on that
phones.
motherfucker, go fuck Trump, and nobody will call you back. You're like, what's
Nobody.
the problem?
Nobody.
Or you're saying fuck
You
Trump.
can be like, I got 15 kilos right now. I'm about to do some cocaine right now. They don't hear
Oh,
no
nothing.
one
my
even hear
God.
shit.
Y'all are crazy.
Don't
So
hear
if you
nothing.
did it on this phone,
Oh yeah, they
You
at
better
your
not
door.
say, "Hey Siri." I can. So the funniest shit. So see, look at that. So my son's phone. He in the room. We at the house chilling. On the TV, it said, "Hey, next time, hey Siri," and his phone said yes.
Yeah.
His phone. The guy on the TV said, "Hey Siri," and Siri said, "What, nigga?"
Yeah.
wow.
Yes.
Siri is available.
What you think? It's just your voice? No, nigga. If your Siri was on, it would have answered right now.
That's crazy.
And I bet Siri
Metro,
is
so
an
I don't have
ugly
Siri.
bitch. Siri look like an ugly bitch.
We got a phone
You
call.
seen her?
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Do you know Siri?
Yeah, I fuck with Siri.
Oh,
Oh,
That's
that's-
creepy.
who this is? Who this is?
It's DJ out there in Vegas.
Nigga, do you
So
in
you
Vegas. What up, Vegas?
What's happening, man?
ain't gonna call all day?
You know, I fuck with Vegas hard. I love Vegas.
I
Vegas
see-
like my
I
second
see you
city.
I see you all the time around here in Vegas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I love it
I
out there.
fuck with Percy. You know what I'm saying? Percy, my people.
Big Percy. Shout out to Big Percy.
Yes,
Nigga,
sir.
what you call for? Nigga? You didn't call to reminisce.
Yeah, I call it reminiscent shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my bad.
But yeah, on the situation,
So should he do wilding out?
Are you in a hospital?
listen,
I hear
it's
people
up,
beeping.
it's up to him if he want to do it or not. I'm not gonna tell him, man, what he's,
But
should
you a
and should not
fan.
do.
Let's just take that out of the realm. You're a fan. What would you want
okay.
to do?
Okay, I'm a fan. I'm gonna say, as a fan, I would say yeah, but just because it'll be dope,
One for yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It'll be dope for everybody. But the reason why everybody that people saying, what they're saying is because the hurt that was behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's pride and ego is two separate things. Like, pride will never get in your way. Pride will never stop you from doing anything. But ego will. Ego is, you know what I'm saying? They two different things. But
Right.
I understand everything that he was saying. And then earlier I was gonna call in and say something
Glad you
like
did.
harsher. But the way he explained it, like, he had to teach all these people, and he had to do all this and this and this. They didn't want to pay them less money, and then he even gave us the money, 40,000 to 1,000. That's a hell of a leap. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. That's a whole lifestyle.
Right.
You lose
that's a whole-
everything in
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't
But
explain
it
that to your
sound like-
kids.
Yeah, it sounds like it's a lot of other things that was going on that you weren't happy with, and some of that might have been that you didn't handle business right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you
Look,
say-
can I say this? Right. Before I say what I'm gonna say, let me say that to you. Right. You just said the last thing you said was right. Business. I didn't have my business right because my friend was the business guy. And I felt that because my friend is the number one business guy, then I'm straight. Of course, I'm young, stupid, and making money and not knowing what the fuck going on. But matter of fact, I've heard people now, since I've been coming back to the game, I've been hearing people say, are you still with Nick Cannon? Because he told me, don't talk to you, talk to him about you. And I'm like, what?
What?
Like I'm a fucking animal.
What the hell?
I don't know how true that is, but the person, I didn't know the person, so I can't see them lying to me. So, and it was more than one. So I'm gonna go back
Hold
to
on, say
business.
that again, Spank. Say that part again.
I've heard a couple business people in Hollywood say, "Are you still attached to Nick Cannon?" And I would say, "Well, that's still my friend, but we haven't done business in years." Oh, that's good because he's told me years ago, "Don't talk to you, don't come to you with movies, and don't come to you with this. Come to him." Because
see,
you're
even-
uncontrollable. No one can control you. No telling what you'll say, and you might beat up everybody. And so talk to Nick, so Nick will break it down. Like I'm a fucking 8th grader.
But Spank, at the same time,
But that is business.
But
But
wasn't
that
that
is
him and
business.
Carlos Miller beef
But
or
that's
something
what
like
we-
that?
Right. Come
But
on.
that's
Come
what
on.
that's what we call
That's what I'm
hearsay.
talking about.
Same
You know what I'm saying? But at that same time, you got to sit down with Nick and say, hey, such and such told me this, I heard this, because he might say, man, I never said
It ain't
that.
that
You know
easy
what I'm
to
saying?
do
It
Let
ain't
me
that
catch
easy.
on.
And
Can't
let me,
just sit
and let me
down with
quote.
niggas
Let me
like
quote a Drake song. He said, "Niggas be stealing off the top, but they be mad at you."
Yeah,
Come on,
understandable,
man.
But if not,
That's
you
real.
gotta-
Listen,
if
let me,
not, but you can't count what somebody else say that it came out of another man's
I-
mouth
I-
until you talk to that.
brother. I get that.
Right.
I get that wholeheartedly.
Thank you,
but I
brother.
want to. But
Thank
I
you,
want to
Funko.
say this though.
Nigga,
I
I ain't
definitely want
done,
to say
nigga.
this before
You
you
done,
go.
nigga.
Look, before you go,
You
I
done,
definitely
nigga.
want to say this.
That
though.
nigga said, nigga, I ain't done.
I ain't done, nigga.
You done, nigga.
Hey,
You
listen,
done.
and I don't want to make this a
Being
me
changed
against
off.
Nick Cannon thing because me and Nick Cannon is cool. I just talked to him on the phone like 3 days ago. He's cool. Like, I mean, I just don't ask him for nothing. He's not the friend. We aren't the friend we were 20 years ago, 15 years ago.
Well, you can go get 7,000.
Right,
But
we ain't them friends no more.
Can you at least get 1,000? 'Cause I
I've
sure
heard a lot
can
of
use
Yeah,
it.
I think I can get 1,000 from him. If he got it
I've
in his
heard-
pocket, he'll give it to me.
I've heard a lot of people take credit for Nick Cannon too. I heard Cat Williams say he started him.
No, he didn't. I did.
On Love.
He didn't.
I hear a
I
lot
did.
of people say that. So I don't
Hey,
know.
you know what? I'm with
I
you
did.
on
I'm
that, bro.
telling you, listen.
The man's here.
I'm not lying about nothing. I
I'm
have
not saying
nothing
you
to
lying. I'm
gain.
just saying I heard a lot of.
Because somebody,
who's
I'm trying
I
to think.
understand.
Somebody just told me they was in San Diego
Right.
and Nick was young and they
Right.
used to sneak him on stage so he could perform.
And I was
and
with
that's
him.
how he got right. Who was that host in the room in San Diego?
I want to say the dude who was like, "I suck your dick," for who was in the movie.
Somebody just
AJ
told
Johnson.
me
AJ.
No, not AJ Johnson. The other dude, he was Keith. Something.
Oh, Keith Morris.
Keith Morris hosted that.
I think that was the guy who
was-
told. I don't
Keith
want to quote
Morris.
him, but is he?
And Keith Morris was the man when I moved here, but then he did a movie and said, "I'll suck your dick" in the movie, and I never seen him again. Nigga had to get a job.
That was him in Minister Society.
Yep, that was him.
That's
in
Keith
Memphis.
Morris?
That's Keith Morris.
Nigga,
Hey,
I
then
did not
Keith-
know that was Keith
Keith
That
Morris.
was
Morris
Keith
was
Morris.
with
And
a hat.
after that movie, because I was out here then.
Forgive me saying the N word. I did not know that was Keith
Listen, I moved out
Who
here
you talking?
shortly after that movie came out. And I remember Keith Morris because Keith Morris was the man because he had San Diego. He'd take young comics like me, you.
And he
you
was
know,
out to sneak Nick Cannon on stage.
and he
you
was
know?
sneak. Because listen, and let me break the Nick Cannon shit down. Nick Cannon first manager, his name was Sam. He was an Arab guy from Detroit. When me and Thomas Ward or me and Howie Bells, two of us went down there and did a show for Doc. Remember Doc? And Doc and Sam was partners. Remember him?
Yeah.
Okay, so Sam took to me because I was from Detroit. He was from Detroit. This one, Nick had a rap partner. Nick wasn't even doing comedy then. He was a rapper.
Yeah.
And he had just cut his partner off and he wanted to do comedy because he watched me do comedy. He said I made it look easy. So I'm like, okay, I'll hang with this little 14. Nigga was 14.
14.
He was 14 years old. I had him in the jungles
Yeah.
every weekend. And this is how he met Afion because Nick Cannon would try to, he would dance on Soul Train every now and then. So on Soul Train, they would pick you out of the line. If they don't pick you, you're not on the show. So the days that he didn't get picked, he would come to me. So they wouldn't drive all the way back to San Diego. So this is how I know Nick Cannon. Since he was 14 and never said one joke, he would just laugh at everything he said. So I taught him how to tell jokes and structure them, punchline, how to structure it, set up punchline, set up punchline. Then I taught him how to dress. Look, you a little nigga. Don't dress like all these other little niggas. Dress like Will Smith. Like you could be like Will Smith. We didn't even know that he was going to end up with Will Smith. But this is what I'm telling them. This is how you attract these kind of motherfuckers because you're young. So they're going to like you anyway. Just stay a kid, but look fresh. Look like a grown man, but talk like a kid. And that's what got him.
Don't move.
That's what made
We
him.
got a phone call. Caller, what's your name? And did you dress Nick Cannon?
Yo, this L out of Houston.
Take that L.
H-Town,
again, nigga.
H-Town.
You call it.
Hey, what I wanted to say is, what I asked Spanky is this, and Memphis Will, man, I 100% agree with you that
And I do too.
sometimes you got to take that one step back to move
Right.
2 steps forward.
Right.
So my question is, based on, I know you saying the money that you were making on Wildin' Out. Since you left Wildin' Out, have you been making were you making the same type of money, or was it less? I mean,
Well, I'm going to say this. First of all, we already established I was nigga rich. So I'm getting checks that I ain't never had this much money in my life. So now imagine not working and still getting the checks. So now I'm not working and getting $37,000, $38,000, $47,000. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about working. Like, nigga, I'm a nigga, black dude. We all use any excuse not to work. So now I'm getting money and I'm working. Now, as time goes on, no, I'm not making the same amount of money because I'm not doing the same job. I never got a job out of my retirement. I just lived off comedy. Now, I'm not a dumb motherfucker. Whenever the rent is late or something like that, of course I'm going to take a gig just to pay that. It ain't to live to be a comedian. It's just to get through the next day. So now I'm at a point where I'm just tired of everybody like taking little shit from me, and I seen this before, and I did that 10 years ago, and I'm just kind of tired of that. So I'm getting back in the game, not to show people that I originated everything, not that, just to make more memories. See, I had to take time off to realize what I was doing. You got to understand, I'm a young kid. I'm on TV at 21 years old. I ain't a millionaire, but it feel like it because I'm getting a check every week that's damn, it look like $1 million to a nigga who ain't never had nothing.
Put you on that shit.
All right, don't move, y'all.
Understood. But my question,
She got to pee.
in asking that is like, well, think about, I guess, the situation of where you were, how things changed since you've been on the show. They're not getting paid that type of money anymore. And I know you feel like, hey.
But that's because they accept that, though.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, that's two for you.
The question is not if he should do the show.
Yes, it is.
The question is as far as the end of the day, what type of money he's going to be looking for.
Listen.
Perfect example. Arsenio Hall was on top of the world when he had his show.
Yes, he was.
He was in movies. He was on top of the world.
But how? Through who? Do what?
Hold on. It doesn't matter what he did.
No, that's what we talking about. It doesn't. It definitely matters.
Let me
So he was on top of the world.
Because of Eddie Murphy.
He was on top of the world.
Because of Eddie Murphy.
He had it all.
Because of Eddie Murphy.
And he back in Coming to America 2, about to be back on top of the world.
Hold on. Let me
For the
make
second
my point.
time.
He lost it. He lost his show. Wasn't making the type of money. He kind of dropped off. People didn't know, like Arsenio Hall, okay, here and there, whatever. Now he just got a Netflix special.
Okay, can
I
I
saw
say
it
this?
too.
And he on Coming to America 2.
Can I say this? Can I say this?
Do you think?
You said that.
Hold on, let me make my point.
Okay.
Do you think that he's making the same type of money on that Netflix special that he was making back then
Yes.
when he was on top of the world?
Even
Yes.
more because
Yes.
now.
Ain't no way.
Yes.
Ain't no way.
Yes, he is.
Ain't no
Even
way.
more.
Netflix
Ain't
got the
no way.
money too, and they probably again. It depends on how it's
no way.
I'm gonna just let you know, brother. If you go to them, you're not gonna make what you supposed to make. If
Exactly.
they come to you, you can make what you want to make. And I'm pretty
Exactly.
sure they reached out to him and said, "My man."
Have we forgot about Monique?
No, they didn't because nobody asked Monique to do anything.
She went to
That's
them.
why she was mad.
She went to them.
No,
No,
they
she
did
went to
not.
them.
She went to them.
And said, listen, not only did she go to them, she went to them complaining.
Yes.
Why you ain't
So-and-so got this
I
idea.
love Monique. I love Monique.
But
I
that's not what
love
happened.
Monique.
In this business, when someone comes to you, if somebody calls me and say, "Hey, Speed, I want you to come do the show," they say a number I don't like, I turn them down. Why? Because they came to me. If I call him, if I'm, like I need a New Year's Eve show, whoever I call right now, they're going to say, "Speed, all I got is $1,000, man. You still want to do it?"
give it
And
to me.
I have to take that
Because you
because I
called.
made the call.
But my point is, what I'm making is, if you've been out of the game,
Doesn't matter.
Hold on, but
That
let me
doesn't matter.
let me help
say
you out
this?
though. Let me help you out though. Arsenio Hall
It does
took
matter.
lesser
If
money.
you
Hold
get
on.
out of
I'm
the
finna help
game-
you out. I'm with you. Arsenio Hall, when he
ahead.
did his first, when Arsenio Hall did his first show, he made A, B, and C. But when they brought him back recently before the show got canceled, he had to take lesser money.
He did.
Now, what if he had said, "I'm not coming back because the last time I was there, I was making this." You know what I
But
mean?
what is the lesser money?
But listen,
Is it a
Meaning they didn't pay him nowhere near what they paid him when he was hot.
But I think we all staring at the wrong thing right now.
I thought I stared at the right thing.
The thing is this. This is not about money.
No, it's not.
It's never
Principle.
about money. I want to share this,
Thank you for
to-
phone call.
and I don't want to offend nobody out there on the airwaves.
I will.
Listen, it's a thing where you have a job. When you're an entertainer, it's a thing called free bands. Your life starts being kind of free. It's not about money. You only hang around people that got the same you got or more than you got. So now you're not worried about eating or what you're going to cook for dinner or what you're going to do this for dinner, where your cigarettes come from, where your weed come from. Your life starts becoming free. Your life is, you don't think of life as much as you do as an entertainer that's successful. I got Speedy. Speedy got 1,000 drinks in this place. So I ain't got to worry about getting drunk. I go to Speedy house to get drunk. Memphis Will got the prayer plates and he got, you feel what I'm talking about? And the Hallelujah Domino game. Every week I'm going over his house because we all established a friendship and this is what I want to say more than anything I said on this show today. This is what it is about Hollywood and lifestyle and what I went through and what I'm living right now.
Right.
I did not utilize my relationships.
Yes.
Money ain't shit in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Relationships are everything. People will buy your phone with the niggas' numbers you got in your phone. The niggas' number you got in your phone mean more than anything you doing in your life right now. The people you could call at 4:30, I heard him say earlier, he called J. Anthony Brown. If he didn't have a relationship with J. Anthony Brown, he couldn't have called him at 3:30 in the morning, and he couldn't have had a successful night. You get what I'm saying? So when you in a Hollywood lifestyle, money ain't shit. So I'm never complaining about the money because money go. What I'm mad about is I can't call Nick Cannon right now and say and squash the shit right now. What I'm mad about is I can't call Lil Duval, who I beat the fuck out of him about 4 years ago, pull some of his dreads out of his head. That's why he don't got dreads no more. This is real shit, and you can Google the shit at any time you want to. I'm mad that I don't have a relationship with him to call him and say, look, man, I was a young punk ass nigga when I did that. I'm sorry. Can we be friends now? All of this shit, because everybody is drowning in financial, some type of fucked up way out here. The thing is to be your friend. It's when me, Memphis, me, Shelly, and Speedy. If we all broke, listen to me.
On the wall.
Listen to me, right.
That's right
Now
there.
you know how I
We in
feel.
his spot. But if we all broke, listen to me. If we all broke, you can understand me saying, "Hey man, I'm hungry, man. I ain't ate 2 days." If we all fucked up, and let's turn the coin. Hey man, I just got $50 million today. If you already got 50 million, you already got 50 million.
And you say you hungry, I don't do shit about it.
Shit.
The shit is when you say you hungry and we don't do nothing about changing
That's what I'm trying to tell
and I just go, all right, nigga. But I'm your people.
So at anything now I'm gonna agree with Memphis and the two callers.
Impossible.
Okay, I should do Wildin' Out again. Okay, but the reason why I would do Wildin' Out is not because of the money. It's because that's my fucking brand.
Yeah,
I'm the Marlboro man. I'm the Marlboro man. Now they got Marlboros without the nigga on the box. They need the Marlboro with the nigga on the box.
The white
again.
dude with the cowboy hat.
Exactly. So if anything, it would be for that. And I wouldn't do it because I'm not going to get the results that I'm doing
Don't move.
for.
We're going to let Shelly go pee.
And
Apparently.
Spanky.
Yeah, both
And
of them
Spanky. I got a pizza.
got the bladder of a hummingbird.
Plus, you still gotta
Take a
do,
quick break. We got shit
Sneakerheads.
we got to do, and we may have a special guest
Yes,
showing up.
very
So
special.
just sit tight.
And I didn't know we was going to get this deep into my life.
We
today.
deep in your life.
Jesus Christ.
If you want Spanky Hayes to do the show, chime in on the chat line. Also, too, you could
Call 818-914-4087 and
go.
give us your opinion.
stop making your money that you don't make.
We'll be right back.
Be right back. Don't move. This is Rolling Out with Speedy.